For a good portion of the country, the time for turning on the heat in the house has already come. But before it gets too cold, there are some things you can do to take the bite out of those big heating bills. Joining us to discuss is Kelli Grant, the senior consumer reporter for smartmoney.com. So first things first, I'm happy to hear the prediction is that we're going to have a fairly decent winter this year. Everyone's happy about that. But how do you guys, what do you know about the cost of heating for the upcoming year?
Well, good for snow, obviously, if you like that. But if you are heating your house and you're responsible for that bill, then maybe not so good news that it's going to be a little bit of a colder winter. What we're hearing from the government is they're expecting it to be a pretty normal winter, which sounds good, but last year was very mild, so that could mean a lot higher heating bills. Just in terms of use, they're saying your bill could go up anywhere from 1% to 20%. In some cases, it's about $500 extra. So just sort of know that in advance as we're moving into this colder weather and plan for it. Obviously, we've got the holiday season, a lot of people spending money for a lot of different reasons. So just budget that in so you're not surprised by it and have a problem paying it.
It's less fun to budget for heating bills, but I think that's really important for people. Let's talk about maintenance. I don't think people realize that your heating system is a lot like your car. You have to get it checked out.
You do, and this is a great time of year to be able to do that. A heating system that has some problems with it, maybe it's not moving air efficiently, or you're losing some of that hot air through cracks in the system on its way to the rooms, that can mean that your heating bill gets padded by an extra 20% because all that hot air is just not making it where it needs to go. So hiring an HVAC inspector to come in, might cost you $50 to $100. A lot of states actually have programs where you can kind of get that done for free or get some rebates, and that's something that is an expense that's well worth it. It's going to pay for itself.
Anything else maintenance-wise aside from hiring an outside provider to look at it?
Well, just make sure that you're actually doing some of the cleaning yourself, making sure you're cleaning those filters of dust and debris.
Oh yeah, that's always so much fun around this time of the year. I want to talk a little bit about heat providers because I didn't even realize you are capable of outsourcing and sort of shopping for which heat provider you want.
It is kind of an unusual thing here in the city anyway, where most of us have landlords that pay for it, or if you're in a high-rise, you're probably paying for electric. But in a lot of other areas of the country, you're getting propane, you're getting home heating oil, and those are the sort of things where you can actually shop around for a provider, and it's definitely not too late in the year to do that. And most of the increase this year in terms of your home heating bills is really about just extra use, not really fuel prices. But if you shop around, you can maybe find a provider that locked in even a little bit earlier in the year when prices were a little bit lower, and maybe just get a better deal than you might have otherwise.
Is the easiest way to shop just go on the internet?
Yeah, basically just go on the internet
Right.
and see who's available in your area.
Anything else that I didn't talk about that you think is important for people to be aware of as we head into this sort of mild winter?
I definitely actually use your programmable thermostat, something we talk about every year, that people have programmable thermostats, but they don't actually use them. Just changing it by a degree or two lower can actually cut about 5% off your home heating bill this winter. And if you make that bigger drop, like when you're going to work or you're home asleep, 10 to 15 degrees, the savings get even bigger. And there are some interesting new apps out now that actually connect with your home thermostat, so that when you come home, you can kind of set it so that the system knows you're coming home and you arrive home to a warm house.
Oh, so you're controlling it from your phone?
You're controlling it from your phone. It's kind of a nice way to do that.
That is a really nice. You can have the house nice and toasty before you even walk through.
That's true. But of course, that's another investment. You've got to be able to get the connected thermostat as well.